Hey, this is Eb. This is the final video with this LG-1 to LG-2 X-Brace transformation. I'm going to put links at the end of the video up here to the before video, to a couple of the Deering ones, and then this one. I forget how many there are. There are several. Hopefully you'll be able to see those in a playlist and whatnot too. This came to me, you'll see in the video, the top was in lots of pieces, split this way. Some were bent this way, some were concave, some were convexed. They were in all different directions. The bracing was falling out, some of it was garbage, and had been glued in a garbage way. It was just bad. The back was also split in a bunch of different ways. It was in pieces. I'll talk about a little bit of that, and then I'm going to give a demo. You can go back and see more of that, but know that this was probably one of the worst guitars I've ever worked on as far as condition goes. Wound up being a little worse than I thought. Come to find out, these late 50s ones have laminate sides, not backs, just laminate sides, and they delaminate over time. And they get really soft and allow this neck to move all around, which caused, I think, a lot of the splitting. So I had to glue all the laminates back, and I went ahead and added an extra layer of maple on the inside, painted it to look like mahogany. There's cleats galore to cover all of this. It needs to be stable. I had to reset the neck and all of this to get it all set up. I was able to save the original bridge there. Made a new saddle. The original ones were, I believe it's called micarta, which is like a primitive carbon fiber. It's a canvas that's impregnated with a like a resin from that era. And the nut, I forget what it was, but it got a new nut also. The tuners were salvageable. The bridge was salvageable. It's got a weird, strange thing for them. It's original bridge with a drop-in saddle. And for whatever reason in 1959 they thought that was a good idea. It's got the big guard. I patched the hole in the pick guard. Somebody had a jack or a volume here, which was pretty cool, but this one doesn't need it. So we patched all that up, patched the hole in the wood and the pick guard with some celluloid. Like I said, the original tuners are salvageable, so we went ahead and just kept them. Original pin. Funny, they didn't have a one. This is one that screws on, but it's factory. Got some overspray on everything just to tie it back together and help hold stuff in and just cover up a lot of really roughness, and it seals the glue and all that kind of stuff. I told them if I was going to do this, I've done this before, it's like, hey, I'll do it, but I'm not going to make it look new. That's for somebody else. We're going to treat it like an old violin, and we're going to make it playable and give it generations worth of playing. So this guitar is 65 years old, and now it is ready for many more decades of playing. I hope I covered all the things, but if you're not familiar with the previous videos, I re-braced this. Instead of a 50s bracing, I put 1940s LG-2 instead of LG-1. So this was converted from the lower model, which didn't sound great, up to the nicer model. And the results are fantastic. Now bear in mind, the bracing is made of newer spruce, and which still thinks it's a tree. That wood will limber up and get used to its job over time. The top, in the condition it was in, I bet this guitar hadn't been played in decades, unless it had a really bad last decade. But it looks like the kind of thing that was left in an attic in a boathouse and in the desert or something. It was rough. So the top itself and the rest of the guitar hasn't been vibrated and worked together to make music together. The more they do it, it's like all these different things are like a dance party or a dance partner, and they all start working together. So it sounds fantastic now, but as this top remembers that it's a guitar again, and as this brace wood learns to dance with it and learns that, hey, I'm not a tree anymore, I'm a guitar. As silly as that sounds, seasoned players with old vintage guitars will be able to tell you they fall asleep and they wake up. And it's true, sometimes you can hear it happen so fast if it hadn't been played in a few months. So this sounds incredible right now. I can't wait how it sounds. This probably hasn't had but 10-15 minutes of playing on it just for me, and my dad stopped by and was checking it out the other day. I am so pleased. it sounds great. It doesn't sound like an old guitar because the bracing isn't broken in, but I'm guessing this is pretty close. I perfectly cloned a set of 1940s LG2 bracing in here, so I'm guessing this is what they sounded like new, which is good. It's different than Martin's. It's different than all the Martin bracing that people are putting in LG1s, which is a whole nother conversation. But here we go. Let's. I'm gonna do my best. I still have the truss rod off because I'm letting it kind of just settle in case I need to make some adjustment. But got the original truss rod over there too. Volume, lots of volume. Hopefully that didn't just flip out. This has so much volume. It sounds so good. Very, very punchy, very strong. Responsive. I'm not saying this because I did the work. I am more than satisfied with the results. I'm surprised at how great and powerful of a guitar this is. Very responsive. Again, remember these are built off of a classical body style. These will fit in a classical guitar like a glove. A classical guitar case. They fit right in. Some of them are too shallow. You need to make sure that they close properly if you buy one for these. But I'm going to give fingerstyle. I think that's where these also shine. These are just some of my favorite all-around guitars, LG2s. Strum just a little bit more. Very responsive, very loud when you're finger picking it. Lots of headroom. This would be able to keep up with my voice if I was singing. I sing pretty loud. I'd keep up with fiddles and mandolins and whatnot. Yeah, so here we have it. It's done. I'm going to be getting it back to its owner soon, and I'm excited about it, and I hope he has decades of fun playing this thing. So if you enjoyed this, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you think somebody else would find this helpful, if they've got a guitar that they think is unsavable, send in this video. There's a little arrow down there and say, hey, there's hope for your granddad's guitar that was in a boat wreck. We can put it back together if most of it's there. So thank you for watching.